Hi guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and today I will be discussing RYBSAT. Well, doing my RYBSAT Wrap Up because it ended the 25th, and it was so exciting and fun, and I just loved it so much. I would like to thank everyone who participated in RYBSAT with me, and everyone who's ahead of RYBSAT. It was a lot of fun. It was my first experience with a readathon, and I look forward to doing more in the future. I was gonna do the Rainbow-a-thon, but now I have a job that entitles me to work from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. So it might get stressful, but at the same time I have an hour break, so I might get some reading done in there if I could get a locker, which I don't know about that, but we'll see. Back to RYBSAT, it was just so much fun. I was on Twitter, and it kept on. We had all these sprints and questions, and the readathon was awesome, and I got 2 full books done, and a little bit more of my other books done for RYBSAT. So let's get started on the RYBSAT wrap-up. So the first book I read for RYBSAT was Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I think I gave this one an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. I can't remember the exact rating. All I know is that this is one of my new series. I wouldn't call it my favorite yet. I haven't read the other 3 books in this series. Apparently, it's a 6-book series, and everyone knows how much I love 6-book series. I mean, my 2 favorite ones are Demon Kissed and Vampire Academy, and I believe they're both 6-book series. If not, Demon Kissed is like a 5-book series of a novella that's supposed to be the 6th book. So, there we have it. But for this story, as far as what surprised me the most about this story is that as far as romance went, it wasn't the top priority in this book, which I loved. I love the fact that I didn't really care about any of the romances in this book, except Cleo and Theon. But, besides that, it was pretty interesting, because usually I love books that have fantasy and love in them, and this one was just purely fantasy with like a little dash of love, but just enough to get me to stay, but not enough to distract me from the ultimate storyline, kind of like Ember in the Ashes. I think this book is good, but it's not Ember in the Ashes, but Ember in the Ashes is really good. So if you haven't read Ember in the Ashes or Fallen Kingdoms, I would definitely recommend this second book. I am sad to say yes, I finished it, but I sadly didn't like it, and a lot of people are gonna not like me because I didn't like it. But the second book I read for RYBSAT was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I found that I really didn't like the main character, Selena, and she wasn't as badass as everyone portrayed her to be. I expected her to be like this really big badass and doing assassinly things, and what I got wasn't what I expected. I expected to actually have some action in this book, but all the action that I would really have loved to have seen wasn't there. It was off-screen action, and it was just told to us. It wasn't shown to us until like the very end, and for a book that's fantasy, you gotta do a little bit better than that. I heard Crown of Midnight is better, but I'm not gonna bother buying these books. I have a local library that I could go to, so I'm just gonna continue the series and not waste any money on it. Because, yeah, I don't know why this book is getting so much hype. So the third book that I almost finished, and I seriously only have like 2 more chapters in it, was Soundless by Rochelle Mead. I got to page 218 in this book before I stopped. I don't know why I can't finish this. Rochelle Mead is one of my favorite authors. She writes such amazing books, and I love all her other series, but this one I just can't get into. It's kind of like the Age of X series. I can't get into that one, and I can't get into this one. And every once in a while, your favorite author makes a series that you just don't like. Series or book that you just don't like. And this one, unfortunately, was my Rochelle Mead one. But I will try to finish this and post a review of all my thoughts as soon as I can. So, the fourth book that I had for RYBSAT was Zodiac by Romana Russell. I made it to page 30 in this one. For me, it's kind of disappointing so far. I know it's just getting off the ground, but I find it kind of disappointing and kind of annoying, and it's sad because I love astrology. Astrology is one of my favorite things to study, and it's just, why? But I'll try to finish this book. I heard mixed reviews about it, so, And then last but not least, the fifth book I was going to read for RYBSAT that I didn't get to was Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. I made it to page 73 in this one. I didn't quit it per se, I have so much to read, and Rebel Belle is not on my top priority list for whatever reason, but don't worry, I'll get to it. It's on better priority than some books that I have over here, but I have so many books that I want to get to. Like, right over there I have Rebel Spring, and Percy Jackson, and Night Circus, and Passenger, and it's just, I love this book so far, but I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer to read this. So there you guys have it. That was my RYBSAT wrap up. I will be doing my January wrap up pretty soon, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye!